again, I mean, them dropping to the number 19 on the AP poll, I think everyone in the country understands that when Rory comes back and she's healthy, this team will be right back in the top 10. But for now, they've got to find a way to fix it and work together. And that's the game of basketball, right? Different things are going to happen. It's the beauty in the game that unexpected challenges come, and you've got to figure out how you can withstand adversity. Not going to be the last time that someone gets injured on the floor, and you've got to make a way and figure it out.
All right, we've got an early foul here, and that's a good time to get to our officials. Infinity Robinson, wrong officials list here. 10 games in 3 days, so I'll read off the correct ones now. Carla Fountain, Fatu Sissoko Stevens, and Crystal Apollanis. Got to give them their props because they've been doing a great job all day.
It's always fun, too, for me to come back and to see the referees that ref my games over the years. Just staying consistent, appreciating the game of basketball, and doing their jobs well here in the battle for Atlantis.
Offensive rebound and put back there for Rutgers, and that was China Cornwell, or check that rather. That was Cassandra Brown. China Cornwell had the first attempt there, and Brown getting a bucket inside there.
No, I had a chance to catch up with John Hampton, assistant coach for Rutgers, and I've known him for a while during my basketball career. Talked about the growth of this team, and he just said, I think we'll be fine. You know, we've got to just find different ways to grow, different ways to blend. But he, you know, just mentioned really Cassandra Brown being that only veteran that's returning, the only one that's kind of been through the fire and can lead this team a little bit is Cassandra Brown. And we've seen throughout the stretch of this tournament, she's been consistent. She's consistently found ways to score in the interior. She's been a leader for this team. And so you feel like just if she can remain consistent, she can bring others with her. And Coach Hampton and the staff just really excited about the growth for this Rutgers team.
Coquise is Washington's first year at Rutgers, the Penn State career, an established coach. As we get the foul call here, or no foul call rather. But if you look at Coquise Washington and her career, first year, 8 players, 3 of them transfers. So she has a lot to deal with her here. The transfer portal, of course, is something every coach is dealing with. And Aaliyah Moore, who had a great game last game. And long range shot won't fall for Morris. Rebound, put back, doesn't go for Taylor Jones. She's looked good in this tournament, as you were talking about. Had not a lot of practice time. Junior from Texas, averaged 15 points a game in a couple of games before they got here. And
35 before Marquette when they got to the Bahamas.
Thank you, Danny. Not a ton of practices, and as you just mentioned there, they played UConn, and they lost that one, but no shame in that one, and that's going to get you prepared for March playing the Huskies. Morris with the jumper. A lot of toughness out there that we're seeing, and that looked like that had to smart, but we know Morris is trying to get back in, and she's still being attended to. And back on the court here, all tied up at 4. Nice pass inside.
Anytime you're going to set an alarm to 4 something, airport time.
And that's got to be dark and gloomy in Syracuse at that time, too. Here comes the transition game for Rutgers, and the layup, just as we expected her to be. Texas needs her leadership, especially with Harmon out. 15 on the shot clock. Muhammad bounce pass over to Morris, taking it inside. Good defense here by Rutgers. Not giving Longhorns a lot of looks. Driving to the basket, Shay Holle, and she gets it to go.
Sonya Moore is trying to play tough defense there on the ball. Man, she is a dog from the jump. Loves the ball pressure. She wants you to make a mistake. She's going to pressure you into it. And Kai Carter says.
Carter's first points of the game. Gaston. Morris from the corner. Got it for three. He's told me rain is a blessing. I said, all right, I'm going to look at it that way. As Gaston looks that way. And been great working with you and Danny Wexelman on these broadcasts as we've taken you through 10 of the games. All the crew from Flow Sports doing an excellent job with our replays and stats and cameras. And we still have one more to go. And you hope that she can keep her team in this one as Declan misses the second, but offensive rebound. Watch out for, I think he's asking them to watch out for the 3 seconds in the lane. We'll monitor that. Carter up top to Smichael, who you mentioned. She is a player. Three-pointer, nothing but net. Morris back in the game again. Absolute gamer, as we mentioned, took an elbow in the first quarter. 2 trips to the bench to get looked at and to get the blood taken care of. And for more, we'll go to Danny.
Yeah, Jeremy Rosenthal, the SID for Texas, told me she hasn't had any stitch.
Smichael to an open Carter from the right wing. 3 doesn't go. And battled down low there. A couple of players to the floor. Moore and Cornwell, they both get up and run back into the play. Moore to Muhammad on the baseline, knocks down the 15th. Washington bringing a lot of smiles to this team. And inside, believe that was moving. Loved what Coquise Washington said when we had a conversation with her. She's like, I fangirl over her, and why not? One of the best coaches in college basketball, and she's available to her via text, chat, anything she wants to help Coquise. And again, we mentioned such a great coach in her own right from her days at Penn State. She'll get this thing turned around.
For sure. And being a Jersey girl, I grew up watching Rutgers basketball, attended countless camps, had a high school teammate in Brianna Canny.
Get some more here in this game. She's got 1 field goal, 1 of 4 from the field, and just 2 points. And we have seen her absolutely thrive in this one. Career high yesterday against Louisville with 21 points. But with the 14-point lead, that's okay. Shoot there, too.
Hanging around as Rutgers. It's been their defense. They've also snuck in some points in transition, have gotten to the free throw line. Like, all good things you need for a recipe. But
Longhorns look for Aaliyah Moore a lot more in the second half. Again, she has just taken 4 field goals tonight. Keep getting her the ball. Rather, yes, 4 field goal attempts and made only 1. And the layup for Antonia.
Washington trying to get her team to grow here down the stretch. Only down by 12, and Danny had a chance to catch up with her.
Yeah, we talked about the 12 turnovers they had, the 9 points they got off of those. She said Kai has been attacking.
Sometimes you can get away with it, right? They're not always watching for that, so they were pushing the envelope there, though.
Yeah, I think she was in there for about 6 seconds, and I think referee had tried to give it to her and said, nah, I can't. Can't let you camp out and cook a whole meal there.
Speaking of meals, Morris going in for the hearty one in the lane, and Moore's got it. So
driving and coming to a jump stop. Less playing out of the air and jumping and passing, but coming to a jump stop to avoid some of these offensive fouls. Since they play a style that, you know, gets them downhill, and they all have kind of that floater mid-range game, just got to work on coming off 2 feet.
Big cross-court pass for Moore, and big shot. The 3 helped us out, as so many sports information folks have here in this tournament. Well, I asked about Morris if she was going to get stitches at halftime. He said no, and he said, you know,
she 36 to 48 hours, put you through different drills and tactics and kind of Navy SEALs training, and it's all about toughness. It's all about being able to withstand adversity, not getting tired or not admitting that you're tired. As I did it at my time when I was at Fordham University, and again, the 2 Navy SEALs came in. It happened to be that day that we did it at the range, and so we were outside moving sandbags and got to put teammates on
at halftime, and Schaefer talking to Morris there and giving her instructions. And a lane to the basket for Smichael, got the layup.
Nice finish there by Smichael, just sliced right there through a tight space and finished. And Rutgers not going away, man, holding their own after losing to South Dakota State yesterday, just learning a few things. And it's all about the bounce back, all about being resilient, the short-term memory, understanding these 3 games are going to allow them to have a lot of growth.
Gaston, nice pass inside. Moore going, and then they get more from Moore as she converts there. Jumper, good for Kai Carter.
Good drive there from Schmeichel, but seeing emphasis for Texas on just getting the boards. Got to force Rutgers to be one and done.
Holle in the corner.
Lots of overload action for Texas. They're just trying to run the baseline, attacking the baseline. Nice scoop pass there from Holle to Gaston.
I fooled you into thinking that I did that. I did play travel with a lot of the girls who did play for Mizzou. I went to Mizzou, but yeah, of course I had a ton of rituals, right? I didn't step on the line. I would wear the same socks, or I would put on uniforms the same way if we were winning. Like, those things were super important. I wasn't superstitious, but I was definitely a little
cheering on her team, always with a smile. Such a great ambassador for the women's college basketball game and basketball in general. Nice pass over to Gaston, and Gaston 5 from the field, 7 points. Good contributions off the bench. And Gaston with the steal. She's running it, passes ahead to Holle, one-on-one, gets the layup to go. Get a win and some positive energy from the Bahamas.
Rutgers a little run and jump press. Half court run and jump. Looking to put some pressure on the Longhorns. See if they could get a turnover deflection. But they find Moore on the backside and add 2 more for her.
Moore's got 13. Carter's got a layup, and Washington's Rutgers Scarlet Knights, they're in great shape as well. And Texas, Morris heads downhill. Oh, and she's able to get a shot off. Didn't fall, but that was pretty. The thought was there. Morris again takes it to the lane. Jump shot. She's got that one.
Vic Schaefer's guards work on a lot, is just getting right to the middle of the paint, being able to elevate and knock down those shots. Sonya Morris has that in her bag. Shaylee Gonzalez, Rory Harmon. Speaking of Rory Harmon, I'm really excited to see. Oh, wait.
Nice passing there, and impressive in this tournament. The speed showing that off here today. And almost lost the ball, but Holle and Morris settle it, and they get it back into Muhammad.
And Blair saying that she might want to transfer. And so they had dinner as a family. They have Schaefer dinner as a family, and they sit down, and Coach Schaefer told us that sometimes
some time with the Chargers and other teams, and she gets training from him as well. So she's got to be one of the most in shape players in college basketball, I would think. It's so cool for them to have that relationship. Gonzalez inside, over to 5.
Ways on the court and off the court, in life and in basketball, and spoke highly of, they have instant credibility with my team. Whatever I'm demanding of them, whatever the coaching staff demands of them, they know and they respect it because I've demanded the same of them at one point in their career as well.
Jackalingo.
By my count, that's not in the stat line, but I think that's the 3rd one. I'm watching Phi right now play without a shoe. I'm not going to try to call this, but I wanted to add that Coach Schaefer mentioned to us multiple times
for the Longhorns as they head back to Austin. It's been a tough tournament. They've played some tough teams and losing to Marquette and Louisville, but getting back on track here against Rutgers. And for Rutgers, they'll come out of here with 3 losses in this tournament, but plenty of learning lessons for sure for Coquise Washington and her team that'll pay off in conference. Jackalingo off the glass.
In college basketball, Thanksgiving is one of the holidays you almost never get. Normally you might get Christmas, but normally not Thanksgiving, and so you put your coat on as soon as you land.
Hope you got some good sun in pockets here in the Bahamas. I'll be heading to Corey Close's house with KCBS, who I work for in Los Angeles, to kind of see what she does. As you mentioned, you're being with a team. She's inviting the whole team over to her house for Thanksgiving dinner. So that'll be fun to watch what the Battle for Atlantis champions are doing. Texas is going to dribble this one out. The 19th ranked Longhorns